Hey guys, welcome back. Um, I've never really been nervous to start a stream before, but it was it was a lot of dread in me to open up the stream and chat with you. Um, because obviously this is a really difficult topic, but honestly, I was really thinking about it and I was looking at what everyone is saying and doing, and I thought that especially after our stream yesterday where we talked a lot about mental health and men's mental health and my video recently, I thought it would be probably a good idea to have a space where we can all chat about it. Um, a space where you guys can come and express your grief, because I think most people don't really want to go and share stuff on Instagram and on Discord. A lot of it feels distasteful, like it's not really your place or something. So yeah, that was one reason I just wanted people to have somewhere to come and just, you know, share how they're feeling or just be with others who feel the same, because we're just a part of the same community. And the other is also that I thought that this event might be quite a triggering thing for some people. Um and maybe, if you have someone like other viewers, a streamer to spend some time with, it will be a little easier. So, I don't know if you guys all know about this. I hate to be the bearer of some really devastating news, but earlier tonight, Charlotte Chess Center, I believe, released a statement uh, that Grandmaster Daniel Naroditsky, that we all know and love, passed away tragically at the age of 29. There are no official statements about why. Um, there's only speculation, assumptions, so we can't really know. For all we know, it could have been just, I don't know, an accident, something physical. But unfortunately, most likely it was due to a lot of mental health issues. A lot of them linked to some serious accusations of cheating, etc. I've been uh, I've been listening to GM Bortnik's stream. He's still live right now. I've been listening to Hikaru's stream. I've looked at what everyone is saying and just wanted to have some more information before I go live to talk with you guys. But GM Bortnik says in his stream that it was yesterday that this happened. He was with some other friends when they went to GM Naroditsky's house to check in on him, because he hadn't been doing well lately. He wasn't responding to messages, and they, I think, saw him through a window that it seemed like he was sleeping, and I don't know how they got in, but they got in. The cops were already there, and um, he had passed away. It didn't. He explains that there wasn't anything at the scene to indicate anything like super bad happened. He just seemed like he was sleeping. So that's all that there is out there right now. Maybe in the future they'll release some more information once they have it. But yeah, this is just really devastating. I've talked to a friend, I've talked to Deanna before the stream, and we both, I think most of us share this feeling like it doesn't feel real that something like this happened. No, I did not know GM Naroditsky personally. I was just a casual viewer of his stream. Maybe that's the reason why I can go live at this time and speak to you guys right now, because I'm not someone who is so close to him, so affected that I wouldn't be able to speak. I think there's a lot of people, like, I know that a lot of people at that Charlotte Chess Center, a lot of them are streamers that we all know, and they knew him personally, and they are probably like they have no words. So yeah, and I think a lot of streamers might not know what to say during a time like this and such a sensitive topic. But I'm coming to you guys from from a perspective of someone who can relate to a lot of mental health issues, and therefore it's not too difficult for me to talk about these things. Of course, I would have rather talked about it in theory rather than because of a tragic event that happened in our community. But yeah, especially after yesterday's stream, didn't want to leave you guys alone tonight. Um, yeah, a lot of people might not know what to say. I was looking at other chess streamers, and they're they're just doing their own thing, and people are just like in chat dropping in and saying, talking about this situation about GM Naroditsky, and it feels so, I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to, I wanted to be live so that you can just be here and say however you're feeling, you know? I only sent one message in Bortnik's stream, not as a streamer, but just like as an anonymous user, because because I mean, the people closest to him, of course, will need all the support that they can get from all of us. It's really hard to it's really hard to understand or to come up with something to do, something useful to do, but something that isn't distasteful at the same time. Uh, I think that's why a lot of people are just quiet because they just don't want to. They don't want to say something wrong. Such a sensitive and difficult thing. Yes, so I think a lot of you guys have probably watched him for much longer than I have, and I knew this coming into this that he was truly one of everyone's favorite commentators. Like when people would say, "Who's your favorite chess commentator?" a lot of people would just say Danya. Um, he was one of the people's favorite chess educators online, streamers, and just grandmasters. He was just so loved, which is why it's really, really sad if these if all that love couldn't make up for what was taken away through some horrible accusations. It's really, really sad. Uh, I think he seemed like a really sensitive and insightful person. And so to be hit with a lot of like negativity from a lot of people, it must have been really, really devastating. And I will be very sorry to find out that that was I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. I'm gonna turn off alerts. Thank you, Ari. Thank you for support. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there it is. Um, yeah, I will be sorry if we find out that one of the contributing causes to this tragic event is indeed all the negativity and hatred, because it was so minuscule compared to all the love. Because there's truly no doubt about it. This this person was very, very loved by this community. So um I yeah, it's just a shocking thing. The thing is, it's just a shocking thing, but I think that it will be very important to remember what just happened tonight in the days, months, and years to come, and have some takeaways from it. And see what we can do better for people around us. So guys, I don't know the cause of death, and I don't have any answers for you guys. GM Bortnick, who is his close friend, is live right now. He has a lot of answers from what I gather. No cause of death has been announced. He was just found seeming as if he was just asleep. Honestly, Thua, probably not even the family, because forensics takes some time, like days or a week to determine a cause. So, yeah, it doesn't make sense. These things don't make sense. He deserved a long, long life of making the chess world a better place. Just talked about this earlier with a friend, and we saw that he published a book at a very young age, like 15. And all his friends are online and just talking about how much he just loved chess. 14. How much he just loved it, how passionate he was about it. We could all see that, I think. He wasn't only making content about chess, he was also playing it every single day until late hours, just fully passionate. And he really deserved a long life of doing that with all of us. Yes, so we don't want to be distasteful here and speculate someone's cause of death. That's not what we can do, but there has definitely been talks about his declining mental health and signs of that online even. I've heard what Hikaru and Bortnick said, and they say that whenever they talked recently, he was really struggling with mental health, which was mostly correlated with those horrible accusations of cheating and everything that comes with it. I think there was probably people every day talking about that, just like the posse of a certain person who keeps accusing everyone, I think. So yes, there was recently a live stream, and I didn't see this live stream, but if someone has, they can maybe confirm that GM Naroditsky was feeling very, or coming across as very not himself, and that he ended up crying, and that his friends ended up coming over to help him out. Yeah, history of mental health issues. I wasn't aware of those, totally juvenile, but I can take your word for it. Yeah, I don't think I will play anything on stream. I don't think that's, if anyone wants to check anything out, go for it, but it's not my place. I'm not coming on to live stream as someone who is personally affected, because I have never met GM Naroditsky. I'm simply coming online as a part of the Twitch community and the chess community to honor someone from our community, but also to give you guys some place to talk about it. My personal feeling is that he was in a lot of pain and that he had no way out. So I can really feel for him. I've been in those situations in my life. So I can almost feel what it's like to be in those moments. And I really hope that he is in a better place now, whatever that may be, and that you know, I dream of a beautiful place where all the souls who passed away look at us from. So whatever you guys think about that, it's fine. It's just what helps me. So you guys know yesterday we talked about mental health, especially men's mental health, because of my recent video. And I wanted to talk to you guys because it all seems to lead to a conclusion that this was related to mental health. And that's where my speculation ends. But if that's the case, then we need to have some takeaways from this. And the first one is that if you guys are struggling, if anyone watching this is struggling deeply or is in a crisis, to please not give up. There's really a way out of this. Trust me. Trust me, I know. I'm saying that from a first person perspective. If you have no one to talk to and you feel just like hopeless, I hope you can find some solace in our community, because this is a safe place for people who have mental health struggles. Of course, no one can replace a therapist or anything. That's something that every person needs to do for themselves. The first thing you need to do for yourself is take care of yourself. If it's a therapist, psychologist, or psychiatrist, if it's medication, if it's taking time off work, quitting the job, there's so many things you can do for yourself to change your situation. And it doesn't always have to be leaving this planet, to put it simply. There are so many things you can do to change life around. I think that something I remember from when I used to be very, very depressed and suicidal is I never wanted to die. I just was in so much pain and I just wanted to escape the pain. And I just had no way to do it. I just didn't know how. So that's where my mind went, like, oh, that's the only way out. But it wasn't, because I'm here right now. So I found a way. And I think you guys need to know that you can too. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. If that's all you can do in a day is just not give up, that's going to take you very far, trust me. Another thing is, you guys might not be personally feeling this way, but you might know someone or might have someone in your life who feels this way, and you might be unsure what to do, how to move. And that's very hard, because in certain situations, a person passes and all you can think about is, what could I have done? What could I have done better? I should never have left their side. I should have checked in them more and more. And of course, there's a point past which it's no one's responsibility but that person's. No one else can be blamed for anything. But of course, we need to do all that we can to help out people around us who are in need. There are some signs that people are struggling. they start to give away things that were precious to them. They start to give these like speeches or talks or things like goodbyes, you know. They start to just seem very at peace and like everything is okay, everything's going to be okay. Because, you know, some people make their peace with this kind of thing prior to it happening. They withdraw or self isolate a lot. They don't reach out when they need help. So these are all some things that you can look out for in people around you. If you notice that someone you haven't heard from someone in a while, or that they're not doing the usual things they would be doing and you think that's a little odd, maybe it's a good time to check in with those people. Because, you know, we always assume that it's something that it's not. We always assume maybe a person is snubbing us or like ignoring us, but honestly, a lot of the time, that person is just struggling with their life. I know personally that whenever I am physically very, very ill or mentally I'm experiencing issues, I don't message anyone. I don't reach out to my friends to chat about anything because I know that they're going to ask, "How are you?" And then I either have to avoid talking about it or I have to talk about it. And I don't know which one's worse, you know? So, yeah, a lot of people self isolate because it's really difficult to ask for help. And sometimes you don't even think that anyone could help. Yeah, people might not know how to help, but even if it's the hardest thing in the world, asking for help is the first step towards self love. Yeah, I don't listen to my own advice, no, Sam. I do self isolate. I just don't want to bother people with my problems, you know. But if someone reaches out, I respond. Yes, Eskia, that's a very good quote. I agree. You don't need to you don't need to make things better. You can just listen and be there. Just be there, share in their pain, or you don't have to take it on yourself. Just be there. Um, what else? Yeah, so it seems like this tragic event might have a lot to do with the negativity. As you guys know, GM Naroditsky was accused of pretty serious cheating, and it really, really affected him. I remember being there for a few streams where he talked about this stuff, and I could really see, and this was way back when, 6, 8 months ago, I don't know. More than that, maybe even a year, I don't remember, but he was really deeply affected by the comments and the accusations. He couldn't shake it off. It was very important to him. And I think a lot of us can agree that most of us don't believe those accusations. Um, Most of us think that those accusations are BS, of course, but we don't know what it takes to commit your life to chess and become a grandmaster and an author and a commentator and then just be accused of all of it being a lie and being a cheater, you know? We don't know what that the toll of that is on your mental health. So it seems like it was really, really big. It was really eating away at him. And yeah. So let's think about what we can do better. Firstly, don't send hate to people online. I always assume the best of you guys, and I know, like in my heart, that you guys are not the type of people to go around spewing hate. But even if there's a slight chance that some of you might occasionally delve in that kind of behavior, don't do it. It's not worth it. You don't gain anything from this. You're only giving negativity out into the world. It's really not worth it. And the second thing is if someone is on the receiving end of negativity or hatred, I think we need to do a lot better in standing up for them. Because I think in this situation, we all quietly knew that those accusations were bullshit, but nothing changed. This person just kept doing it. He wasn't banned off of any platforms. I don't know what kind of consequences they experienced, but he just kept going. So what could we have done? We could have signed petitions or asked platforms to take him off for hate speech. We could have done more. But even more than that, what I'm saying is, in your life, in your everyday life, in your doom scrolling on social media, when you see this kind of stuff, don't be a quiet, what do they call it? A silent, whatever, passerby or something. Stand up for people around you. Stand up for people on the train or the subway or the street when you see something, some unjust silent bystander. Yes. Stand up for people, because even if in your head you might think like, yeah, that's not a good thing that's happening to them. They don't know that you support them. So even just telling them or standing up for them publicly in whatever way you can, I think this can mean a lot. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know what else I meant to or plan to say. I open the floor to you guys to express your feelings and just say how you feel, really, because this is so shocking. It's so shocking. It just doesn't feel like a real thing that happened. It's just like, yes. I just think about it. This GM Naroditsky's 2 years older than me. We were practically peers, and so I'm thinking to myself, a really young person with a whole life ahead of them is just gone and ripped out of here, and it's so difficult. So difficult to understand. Yeah, the news was registered by my brain, but it doesn't feel real. That's a very sweet message, Sir Keaton. Yeah, I'm really sorry if this stream is how you guys are finding out. I think the news would have gotten around anyway, though. So yeah, I think that's the last thing I wanted to talk about, though. Wait, did I miss wait. Did I miss a raid? Or is that just how many people clicked because of this? Oh my god, I thought I was talking to 50 people. Now I feel a little more pressure. Well, that's one last thing that I wanted to say, guys. I see a lot of you saying a lot of bad things about Kramnik. Okay, that's my last thing that I planned to talk about going into this. I went to Twitter, I went to Reddit, I went to see what people are saying. And a lot of people are saying some really, really bad things to Kramnik. They are accusing him of being responsible for GM Naroditsky's death. Now, you guys, I think we can all agree that as of the last few years, if not as of the last few decades, this person, former world chess champion Kramnik, has been an insensitive prick a lot. His accusations have been attempts at ruining people's reputations, and his accusations of GM Naroditsky were so beyond absurd that I didn't even think for a second to believe him, you know? Like, I feel like most of us agree with that. And we all kind of have the same sentiment that Kramnik is spewing bullshit. He's just an old man saying insane things. And unfortunately, it does seem like these insane things from an insane old man really, really affected a lot of people, including GM Naroditsky. But I would advise you guys to have some restraint on saying that. I know that this is hard because our emotions are really heightened right now. He's barely 50. I thought he was 60. Okay. So not that old. Well, I always thought he was senile because of the way he acts, but that's beyond the point. You guys, I know that emotions are heightened. Everyone's feeling so much grief. And it seems like there's this one person that we can all turn towards and say, like, wow, this is your fault. But I really have to advise you guys against this. I have been severely depressed and suicidal, and it's no one's fault. I'm not saying that this is what happened to GM Naroditsky. I don't even know the cause of death. But if we're going to talk about this being someone's fault, I've been in positions where I'm just like on edge. And I always have known that this is on me, that there was no one around me that could have done anything to save me. So you need to be better. Everyone needs to be better than going and saying, well, this is your fault and now you should die. Because honestly, is that going to solve anything, guys? Is that going to solve anything? I saw a big creator, a chess streamer on Twitter say some really point the finger at Kramnik and say, like, this is most likely because of you. You can't say that. You can't say that. Why are we solving things? We aren't solving things. I'm simply saying that you cannot accuse. You're bigger than that. You're smarter than that. You know that in the case that Kramnik's accusations really got to GM Naroditsky to the point that it drove him, his mental health or maybe physical health, into a really bad place. It's not as easy as putting responsibility on another person. Of course, Neon Poodle. That's what I think we can put together. It's never one thing. It's never just because of the accusations. There's much more to this story that we don't know about. First of all, we don't know what happened. We don't know how this happened. We will probably know more in the future. Hopefully get some answers for a peace of mind, but we're not entitled to any answers, you know? But I guess we were all just watching the situation, and it resulted in the most shocking and tragic way that I couldn't have imagined in a million years. It's some alternate reality thing that this has happened. So, so sad. I'm sorry if um I'm sorry, Takizo, if you're unaware. I'm sorry for anyone here who is unaware. No, Kramnik is not. If you guys are a little confused about what I'm talking about, um uh earlier tonight, Charlotte Chess Center shared the statement that Grandmaster Daniel Naroditsky passed away. And we don't know the cause of death. GM Bortnik, another Grandmaster and Twitch streamer that you guys know, he was live when I went live. Don't know if he still is, but he is GM Naroditsky's personal friend, and he was one of the people who found him. If you guys are wondering why I'm live, why I'm talking about this, I'm not a personal friend of Jim Naroditsky. I haven't met him. I hadn't met him. But I wanted to offer you guys a place to come and talk, because it seemed too quiet. I think everyone is really shocked, and a lot of the community leaders and streamers, they don't want to post on social media. They might not know what to say. So even though I honestly really, really dreaded opening the stream, I convinced myself that to do it because it feels right to have a place to talk. It feels right. And it feels right to have a place to give to people who might be triggered, because if someone is already suffering from mental health issues and they hear about some tragic event like this, they might spiral. So that's why we're here. Yeah, it's really, really sad, guys. I read this quote. I want to see if I can find it somewhere. I want to read it to you guys because it helped me. Yeah, I was feeling cold, so I have a hot water bottle. I want to read you guys this quote. This one quote. Wait. Because it didn't make sense to me. I am someone who I have my weird beliefs about life and death and everything. It just doesn't make sense. It's so devastating. It just doesn't make sense. So I was looking around and I was trying to make sense of this, and I came across this explanation of grief. What is grief and why we feel it? And it's so like overflowing, and it's really, really sad. So I'm really sorry if I start crying. So it says, grief is often described as love that has nowhere to go in the physical world anymore. The heart still wants to give, to hold, to care, but the channel has shifted to the unseen. That that longing, that overflowing love seeking expression naturally brings tears. So that might be one way for you guys to look at it. It's just the grief that you're feeling is all that love that you had for GM Naroditsky or even someone in your life when they pass away. It's all that love that was directed at something, and that something is gone now, and it's just trying to find its place in this world. Hey, Obi. Yeah, I took it off a while back and I haven't been able to put it back on. It's naked. Yeah, I think whenever something really sad and tragic happens, the takeaway is be kinder to the people around you, be more loving, be more open, don't spread hate. Yes, Maxby, you never do. Something happened last year, guys. 2024, I went to Reykjavik, Iceland with friends, and I met a streamer there, small streamer just like me. I knew her from Twitch, but it wasn't until we met in person that I really knew her. And we met and we shortly talked about illnesses. I have my chronic illness, and she was suffering with cancer. And we shared a real connection in that moment. And, just like recognizing each other's um, struggles. And I could really, really feel like so much pain coming from her, just so much like uh, survivor energy. So her name was Grand Mistress Arun on Twitch, Arun. And after Iceland, um, I remember she streamed a couple more times. I checked in on her, messaged her somewhere in the summer, and then in August last year or September, I received a message from, I think it was Hochno. He said, "Hey, I remember you were friends with Arun. I wanted to let you know that she passed away." And this was this has shaken me so much. It was my first experience of someone within the Twitch community, someone that I met in person, passes away at such a young age. I remember having dreams about her, and just I really still think about her often. Even though we met once, it it just affects us so deeply when someone gets taken away. But you guys, the point is not to suffer and tell each other about how sad and fucked up the world is. The point is, what did those people leave as their legacy? What are the most important things that you can remember? What can these events of them passing teach us about life? And of course, to remember them and mention them. Bortnik found him. How do you know? Before my stream, I was in GM Bortnik's stream, and he said that multiple times. He was a part of a few friends, a group of friends that were checking in on GM Naroditsky. This is me retelling what I heard. They were checking in on him because he wasn't responding to messages, and they went and found him at his home, seemingly asleep, but he had passed away. Love is what we experience for each other to keep us alive in this crazy world, because we know we can't make it alone. That death, though, is the ultimate truth. Grief, the price to pay for this life-sustaining love. I know you guys have probably heard people say this a million times about, bottling up your own emotions, and how that is not something you should do. You need to find an outlet. But guys, don't bottle up your feelings. You need an outlet. Is it a person? Is it something weird It doesn't matter. You need an outlet. I was an extreme bottle upper. I just grew up. You could never, no one has ever seen me cry. None of my friends, none of my family, until maybe a couple years ago when I opened up more. They had never seen me cry. I was simply stone cold all the time in front of others. I was swallowing all my emotions down into my stomach. And I developed a chronic illness that is pretty devastating, honestly. It's pretty much dictating my life. And that's not even the worst that can happen to you. So you might think it's a silly thing talking about feelings, because a lot of shame gets brought, especially to young boys, but also to young girls like me. It's shameful to have feelings, to express feelings. No, just swallow them. You need an outlet, whatever it may be, whatever it is for you. Talk to people around you, connect to people around you. Don't reject people. Rest in peace, Aaron. I agree. Someone said, I think it's important not to make presumptions without details. I've already seen comments online, but we don't know. I'm a social worker in mental health and addictions, and I think the way people forget there is a real person on the other side of a screen can be devastating. I agree, Sinister. I think, I hope I did a good job in the stream not making any presumptions and assumptions about any of this, except for what we could see was happening that might have contributed, but we truly don't know what happened here. It could have been an accident, could have been a physical cause, could have been something that we might not even be considering. We have no idea. All I can say is, yes, I guess the phrase "rest in peace" really just says it all. It's just like, I just hope that he rests in peace, you know? Just in peace. That's all. I hope it gets better too, Shadow. Yeah, I don't think there's much else for me to say, guys, unless there's something that you want to share. Oh, I am okay, guys. I mean, I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked. I saw some weird message on Discord, said something about Danya, and I was like, huh? That doesn't make any sense. It was vague. So I Googled him and I was like, I just remember I was like talking about him with a friend, and the next moment I saw that he has passed away. It's just such an unreal thing. Yeah. His family and friends, I can't imagine. I mean, it's everywhere around us, tragedy. I can't even think about it, but this one personally affects the Twitch and chess community. And that's why it's important not to turn a blind eye to it and to pretend. Yeah, I thought it was fake as well at first, but it was from an official Twitter account, and I was like, "What? It feels unfair." Yeah. Speaking of that, Vendetta, oh my God. I posted this stupid reel 2 days ago with that moment of Ivanchuk and GM Naroditsky in it. And I had such an out of body experience when I heard what happened tonight because I was like, he was celebrated actively every day. Shit, Tua, wrong, wrong person. Sorry, Tua, you're back. Yeah, Tua is free. He has an immense legacy, guys. In only 29 years. The older I get, the more I realize how young we really are at this age. I used to think that pushing 30 is just like, yep, say hello to the retirement home. But there was such an, but there's no point in saying what could have or should have been. Let's celebrate his life and his legacy. And let's not forget, I think stuff like this, people share their tweets and their condolences, but of course we all move on with life. But let's not forget, let's make it matter. Let's make it matter somehow. Yeah. No, I accidentally banned you. I meant to ban someone else. No days off. I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it. Yes. Yes, a lot of people are doing the same thing, Mandalo, and I think people are just shocked, really. It's a shock. Tragedy just shocks you, and you just go shocked for a few days, unable to comprehend, and then life just happens and you move on. And that's how our bodies work for some reason. Because if we didn't experience shock, we would just experience this unbearable grief of what it means to experience, to be even a witness to something like this, let alone be personally affected with it. It's, yeah. I was doing the same thing before this. I was just looking at everything, trying to make any sense of it, but it doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. It's probably never going to make sense. And I hate it when life does that, when it just does things that don't make sense. There should be some rules to this. There should be something like, no, bad things shouldn't happen to good people, But it's not like that. I don't know it was due to mental health reasons. I just know that GM Naroditsky had mental health issues. That was something that was observed by a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure he was open about it. So there's correlation, but it's not causation. Yeah. We don't know that no days off. There's no official statement. A lot of people are wondering what happened. Yeah, so guys, if you didn't know, yesterday, of course, before any of this happened, and we all had no idea any of this would happen, I had published this silly video called Exposing My Chess.com DMs. It's really just a silly video, nothing serious about it. I talk about some funny, some cute, some sweet, some inappropriate DMs that I got on chess.com. And I didn't think much of this video, but as after I published it, it attracted a bunch of people who were really triggered by it. They made this wrong assumption that I was making fun of people or making fun of men's mental health. So in yesterday's stream, we had a long discussion, an open-ended discussion. Does that mean that it doesn't end? I think that's what I'm trying to say, yeah. So a discussion that isn't just tied to that one stream that we're probably going to keep having over and over again about mental health and men's mental health. So that's another reason why I felt especially pulled to go live today. Honestly, mostly for my audience that I talked to yesterday. But I know that a lot of people who are not even my audience are here, and just trying to make sense of it all, I guess. Just trying to make sense of it all. Yes, Mandolo, I agree with you. It's not, I said this earlier, it's not, we're not entitled to know anything. But you know, if you really were a fan of GM Naroditsky, a supporter, just let his legacy be that just keep being passionate, showing up for chess, whether it's online, OTB. Keep loving chess, keep studying and learning and playing. And don't forget him. There's a lot happening right now in the world in the grand scheme of things, Vendetta. Yeah, Ilokimo, I was wondering how I should title my stream because at the same time I didn't want to be distasteful. But I also wanted to mention GM Naroditsky because I knew that was what the stream was going to be about. And I was just thinking, damn, some people are really just going to find out this horrible news because of me. You would have found it out anyway, but it's just a little like, just a little weird for me to be someone telling people anything. Yeah, it feels weird. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You don't, it doesn't matter. You would have found out anyway. Yeah, that's true, coding. I agree. Played my first game on ICC today. Let's go, Sam. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel real. No. Hi, Tony. Should I do this puzzle at last after an hour? I haven't even looked at it. Well, I did look at this. And then uh and then I guess you just go back with the bishop. Wait. Oh, after bishop takes f3 check, there's bishop e5, but we can actually play it now as well because this is pinned. So, lots of candidate moves. People chess. The first noble truth is literally that life is suffering. The rest of it, I don't know, no days off. No, nothing about the stream. I know, Anthony Sirs. It was just about the title. I didn't want to be like, you know, you know what I mean. I didn't want to be that. So I was just wondering how I should Oh. Okay. Nice. Takes. No. Wait. Takes makes sense. What do you mean? Takes and because of the rook. Okay. What the hell? Guys, what excuse could I give you for that? Yeah, honestly, my brain is checked out. That's a good excuse. Hey, Mark, we don't know what happened. As of now, we don't know what happened. We just know that GM Naroditsky has passed away. Ah, damn, that feels such a weird thing to say. He was just there. And that's just a fact now. What the hell? Okay, guys. I hope my little talk was helpful for anyone. If there's anything you want to share, feel free. I know I did most of the talking, but just feel free to say anything that's on your mind. I know this is a lot. You two totally juvenile. What's white to move? G6, E3. Oh, G7, E2, G8 queen. That lets them promote. Hi, Brazilian. Thank you. No, Schmeggery. I noticed it, but I haven't talked about it. It's just really brutal. That's what it is. Bye. We should just have a stream of cute cat videos. Yes, Chess and Terry's love to you as well. That's a beautiful message, Rascata. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I fidgeting with this the whole time? Was I doing this? Hope not. It's annoying. Enjoy every second with yourself and with the people you love, and use every opportunity to tell them that you love them. R.I.P. Yeah, but this doesn't make sound. Oh, God. And And guys, don't let anyone get you down. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what you love and going after the person you love, from living the life you want. Nearly every stream, almost every. Some streams I'm like holding back the love. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, we probably have some sad times ahead of us, and that's okay. Yeah. Stay strong out there, guys. Yeah, I agree, Chess and Cherries. And the funny thing is, this morning as well, I was having this thought in my head. I was just like, yeah, I had a really bad day and I was just so defeated. I was thinking about like just like life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. That's what I remember about this morning. Yeah. That is a strange thought, Antonisers. I often think about it. How 100 or 200 years from now, I mean, most of our names aren't even going to be mentioned. So this is what we've got. This is the moment we've got right now. We have each other in the present moment, and we don't always get it right. I don't always get it right. But we just got to try better for ourselves and for each other and take care of each other. And it's okay to grieve. I would suggest, guys, going into how you deal with this on social media from now on. Of course, grieving is the healthy thing to do, but be very mindful of how you approach this matter. Like if you go into a chess stream and maybe certain chess streamers would prefer to be a distraction to people than to be someone where you can openly talk about things, you know? So maybe just read the room. Um, yeah. You'll always have his videos, guys. They're gonna be up there, I hope, and you can always go back. And it's okay, because, you know, the Twitch community, we're a weird bunch of people. We're connected in some weird ways, especially the chess Twitch community. It's such a unique place. I mean, I named my channel Lonely Winter. I was a really, really lonely growing up in most of my life, and I always had a sense of that I don't belong in any community, but truly my stream and you guys, I truly feel that sense that I was always missing. And not in a parasocial way. I know we're not personal friends, but I just feel like this is where I belong. So it's really nice to have it. It's really nice to have each other in that way. It doesn't replace your real life friends. It doesn't replace real life social interactions, but no, I haven't Gigantic Bear, no. Yes, I mean, I hope to see you guys at some chess tournaments. I hope you guys be mindful. Doesn't belong in a community, creates her own community. Yeah. It's different. Real life friends do one thing for you, and your internet friends can fulfill another need. No. Yeah, but I mean, I'm surprised at how little I cry during the stream. I think it's because I helped myself feel calm a little, you know, um, through prescribed medication, nothing self-medicated. I assume that's why, but I really am devastated, guys. I'm really devastated by this, and Discord will be there. Discord is there for you guys to hang out in. That's a safe place as well. I probably should go off now. I think I've said most things I could say. I could sit here and repeat myself over and over, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if you weren't, you know, even if you weren't some active follower, you knew him, right? And I think we all knew his impact. So I'm sure we'll talk more about this in the days to come, but yeah, it's really, really tragic. I send my love to his friends and family and fans. Rest in peace to GM Naroditsky and all the chess knowledge that he takes with him. But he shared so much of it with us, so. Yeah. Let's see who is still alive. GM Bortnik is still alive. So guys, I'm gonna be taking you to GM Bortnik. He's a personal friend of GM Naroditsky. So you guys be extra careful. Don't ask too many questions. You can find lots of answers in the clips. He's already said a lot of things. You don't have to spam raid emotes. Just spam love and, say rest in peace, Daniel Naroditsky. Send love to him. Tell him to stay strong, because yeah, his amount of hurt is probably nothing we can imagine. So give him support and love, but nothing too much. Don't be insensitive. So yeah, we're gonna send that raid. I hope I was somewhat helpful, guys. That was my only intention. We're gonna keep discussing everything in the days and weeks to come. Hey, Squirrely. Yes, I agree. I'm glad you shared that. I would love to hear more about it next time. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that you guys have your own memories. Cherish those. Okay. Send you guys so much love. Even more than usual. I know you need it. I think my intention for this stream was just to feel like a hug. So that's all I wanted. So stay strong. Just stay strong. Bye bye, everyone. Good night.